The following is a true event that was seen by over 300 witnesses. These 300 witnesses all saw the same thing at the same time and in broad daylight. It was Wednesday the 6th of April 1966, and the day started like any other. However, for the students of Westall High School, this day would change their lives forever. At 11 AM, there were children outside having a PE lesson, and others were inside their classrooms, eagerly waiting for their lunch break. All of a sudden, the students dropped silent as they all looked up into the sky and saw a strange dish-shaped object. Andrew Greenwood, a science teacher, was busy giving a lesson when a young student ran into the classroom to inform him of what she had seen. As you can imagine, this caused the other kids to chat and disturbed Andrew's class. Annoyed and curious about what she was talking about, Mr. Greenwood followed the students outside, along with the other children, to see what all the fuss was about. As he got outside, he stood in silence and struggled to find words of what to say. Andrew described the object as long and silvery, with the shape of a plate. The object would move with precision. The students gasped and were fascinated by the object. One student, Joy, who was 12 at the time, recalled seeing the craft and its movements, and how it moved with ease. Another witness was Terry, who had been playing cricket at the same time and reported the same thing. The craft then reportedly shifted from behind the school to a large wooded area and seemingly landed. Several braver and curious students ran off after it and saw the craft on the ground. The students described the craft as being twice the size of a car. The lower section of the craft had lights all around it, which seemed to give the craft a purple glow. The object appeared to be completely smooth and also gave off heat. The object also emitted a low buzzing sound, and it was clear to the students and the teachers that what they were looking at wasn't a helicopter or an aeroplane. One of the students that reached the craft first was Tanya, who moments later came running back to the school screaming. The object then lifted up several meters from the ground, stayed there for a few moments, and shot up into the air at an unbelievable speed. The craft then disappeared out of sight, leaving the students and teachers completely puzzled about what they saw. All that remained was a circular shape which the craft left behind in the thick grass. Of all of the 300 witnesses, 147 of them saw the strange shape left in the grass. Shortly after, the police and then the military appeared in the area and ordered everyone to vacate immediately. They even went to the school grounds. Shortly after, the media showed up at the school and were trying their best to get interviews from students as to what they saw. One of the witnesses was Joy, and she started an interview with a reporter. However, not long after the interview, a man in a suit pulled the student away from the interviewer and told them to stop filming immediately. The suited man then firmly instructed the media reporters to vacate the area immediately. Unfortunately for Joy, she got a detention for simply talking to the reporter. A few days later, the headmaster called an assembly telling the students to never speak about what they saw ever again. And what they did see was actually a weather balloon, he said. He continued to inform the students that if anyone else talked about it, they would be strictly punished. A week or so later, Mr. Greenwood, the science teacher, was at home when he was visited by another suited man. The man told Mr. Greenwood that he saw nothing. The conversation then took a turn. The suited man started to get angry and then even started to intimidate Andrew and stated that he must have been drunk while working in the school. How else would he have seen such a thing? Which is a sackable offence, which would lose him his job, telling him he'd never work in a school ever again. The story then faded away from the media and was barely spoke about ever since. So, was this a cover-up or something else? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.